Welcome back to Mandy's Place. I just wanted to let you guys know, Nail Polish Anonymous has a card challenge. This is for a really good reason, so I'd love you guys to go over there and enter. I will leave her link below to the video, so I hope to see you guys over there, and I hope to all enter. Thanks for stopping at Mandy's Place, and until next time, bye!
But she's an awesome person, and yeah, doing a personal swap with her, and I wanted to make some goodies from the heart, not just like give her things, you know. Okay, so this is a little envelope. This is 12 by 12 piece of paper. We are going to score it at 3 1/4. And then we're gonna flip it twice. Once, twice, so this line's on this side. Because I wasn't doing measurements from that way, which is 8 1/2. And then 3 1/4 again. My paper is moving. Okay. So if you'd score at 3 1/4, you'd also be scoring, if you don't want to flip it around, it'd also be at 8 1/2. But I like to flip it around to make sure. And then we will flip it once. Sorry. I wanted to make sure that this was at the bottom. I didn't want to mess that up. Now you want your score lines to go sideways. We're going to score it once at 3 3/4. So 3 3/4 is right here. And I'm not too sure I didn't just mess those up. 8. I scored it at 3 1/2. Guys, don't freaking listen to me. Once again, I can do these things all day long. Since I've had the camera, I don't know what I'm doing. I was just telling one of my friends the other day, I said I could make 20 of these things before I get on the camera. And as soon as I get on the camera, I always mess something up. So, welcome to Mandy's Place, and here's what not to do. Every time I make a video. Okay. Guys, I'm retarded. Let's just try this again. So actually, this piece of paper that I'm using is flat matte on one side, and the other side has like a little bit of dimension in it. I want the dimension to be on the outside just to give it a little character, and I want the bubble side down, like where I ripped the top edge off. So we're gonna do this again. 3 1/4. This is 3, and this is 1/4. Okay, this right here, 1/4. 3 1/4. All right. So listen to my first dimensions. Flip it over again. 3 1/4. Which means that if you're going to score it from the 3 1/4 and you don't want to move it, it would be 8 3/4. Once again, we're going to turn it once. So our two lines are going across. And now we're going to score it at 3 3/4. So this is 3, this is 3 1/2, this is 3 3/4, okay? Can't believe I just did that. Actually, I can. Leave it to me. Okay, there we go. That's all you need. Oops, that was loud. The next part is completely up to you, but this is when you fold these in. And this one over here folds in. And this is just how I make mine. There's, I'm sure, plenty of tutorials out there how to make different ones. This is just an easy, and you can just use one sheet of paper. There's no cutting. 1 12 by 12 piece of paper. And then you fold the bottom up. And you can use wet glue for this. You can use whatever you want. I hate that that's not even. I actually staple mine, give it a little bit more secureness. So I end up covering it anyway. So how you can do this is a couple different ways. One, after I staple mine, I'll show you. Staple mine right up here close to the edge. Because if anything else, I always end up putting some kind of washi tape there. So with that, you can have a pocket back here, and then this will open up as well. And you want to know what? I probably should have taped that and I didn't. And then that pocket. So you have 2 pockets. You don't need to staple it, obviously, because now this is going to be all messed up. This is the same way I did my acetate papers, my acetate envelopes. Same way. This is where you can either have this open, you can cut it, you can do whatever. I personally like to punch a little hole through it and put a brad, which I should have probably looked at my brad first to see what I had. I think I'm going to use these cute ones right here. These little red ones, super, super cute. And they're fuzzy. They're just fun. This has a hair on it. That's what I would like to use. I'm going to I'm not going to try to fold it, because I would like it to be a little bit bubbly. But I might leave a little white area there. So I'm going to grab it and punch a hole all the way through about where I want it. Okay. And then put a brad in there. And I did punch all the way through. It's easier that way. You could measure this out and not punch all the way through, but I end up covering the back anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to put my brad through the first layer, and then the second layer I'm going to put my fingers inside and open it up. And this is how you break your nails. Don't use your nails as tools, guys. Alright. I'm really bending this paper. I usually, the envelopes, the loaded envelopes I've made, I've used the acetate paper. I like how sturdy it is. I like the look of it. But this time, you will see the theme is going to be white and red. Peppermint is one of my favorite kind of candies. Like the peppermint flavor. Andes is actually my favorite candy. And then you're just going to see, you know, about where you want this one. And I do want to leave a little edge on the side because I am going to probably put a little red triangle here. And just grab my paper puncher here. Find about the right place I want it. And put my brad in. Oops, sorry guys. Okay. And then there we go. And I'm going to use my little bone folder here and try to get those little creases out as well as I can, because I want it to be very round. All right. You could actually, now that I'm looking at this, you could actually use like a red dot, put it here as a nose, and you could use these as ears, and you could make it look like Rudolph. That'd be pretty cute. So this is where I'm actually going to stop here for now. I think I have some red paper, but I would like to get like a solid red. So we'll come back to this, okay? But things that we're going to load it up with. See right here, I should have put some double-sided tape, and I might still. You can also put glue if you want. I usually put tape on it beforehand, but I kind of forgot. Because leave it to Mandy. I'm just going to put some double-sided tape in there. And I got this red line tape right here. I got it at Joann's in the Miss Sparkling Company. And now I lost my scissors. I'm going to just open this up, slide this piece of tape down to about, yeah. You can do it on either side. I might do it on this side. It opens up just a little bit easier. Pull it off and then stick. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So this whole thing, I'm going to show you. I had some ladies ask me for some tutorials, so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to walk you through everything I'm going to be sticking in it, what I'm making, and everything like that. So right now, we're just gonna put this off to the side. Like I said, I would like to get some red paper. If not, I do have some red paper I can use. I just wanted a more darker red than what I had, but we'll see. So right now, loaded envelope, done. Now we're gonna go into like, you can make this into a mini journal. You can make this into a mini photo. I hate my lights, guys. I just need a better way to do this. And that one's still in the way. Okay, we're gonna leave a piece of paper right there. Here, we'll just put this one here. Look. I feel like my lighting is off really badly. It could just be me. Sorry. Okay. I don't know. I don't like my lighting today. Anyway, you can make this into, like I said, a mini journal, a notebook, a little mini photo album thing. You can make this into whatever you want, but I think I'm going to make mine into probably a photo book, because it is Christmas time, and when she gets this, she can put her Christmas pictures into it. I think that'd be cuter than a Christmas journal, because we're obviously not going to be printing off our pictures until after Christmas, so I think it'll just be better this way. So I just have some regular like cardstock here that I bought at Walmart. I'm going to cut this down to 9 6.5. So we'll go. This is upside down to you guys because it's upside down to me, but I cannot stand this long thing being way up here. It drives me crazy. So we're gonna cut it down to 9 and then 6.5. And see, guys, I never know. Okay, this line, it's a tiny little line and it really shouldn't matter. But I don't know if I'm supposed to put the paper directly before it, in the middle of it, like at the edge of it. I don't know where to stick it. I don't know what exactly 6 inches is. Weird question, right? So you can, you can make 4 more. You can make less than 4, but it's just better to make probably at least 4 or 5. Depending on how big of an album you want. But you don't want to just give them like 2 pages to work with. I mean, you can if you want. I just don't want to. So I'm going to be cutting probably 4. I might cut 5. So you're just going to cut all these down. I grabbed 5, so we'll do 5. And don't throw away your scraps. You can always use them for die cuts or other things. For making cards, you can use them for like a background, or you can put your stickers on it and cut an edge around it so it looks nice and neat. Plenty of options. And then 6.5, 6.5. All right. Then I'm going to bring my scoreboard back because you can just fold these in half if you're a good folder. I'm not a good folder. So we want to score these in half. And it's 9 inches wide, so we want to score it in half, which is 4.5. Okay? You're going to do that to all the pages that you decided to make. Sorry about that, guys. You can't even see what I was scoring at. I had my like I said, the camera angle was perfect until I turned the camera on. Now you just want to fold them and give them a nice little push with your bone folder so it gives a nice crisp crease. What's your guys' favorite Christmas movie? Mine is Prancer. I love that movie and I probably cry every single time. Great movie. It's an old one, but it's a good one. I love it. Let's take a toll down in the comments. What's your favorite Christmas movie? All right. So here's all your papers. And now, because I fail. I don't know how I just scored these, just cut these all the same length. And they still are like not all the same size. I'm just using my bone knife to push that crease down again some more because some of them are still a little thick. So make sure they're all going the same way. They're pretty even. They're all right. Okay, they're not great. They're all right. And you're going to put the first one this way. And then you're going to glue the top of this to the back of this. And that's how it's going to stay together. You're going to do that to all of them. Glue the back to the front. Okay? I'm going to actually use some... Did I tell you guys I hate regular glue? I hate glue. I hate it. I'm actually going to try this glue. This is a stick glue. It's called extreme glue. I'm actually going to try this. Because I know it'll hold better than just tape. And tape would work perfectly, but I'm giving this to somebody so I want to really make sure it sticks. Just going to go around the edges. It does say it works better if both pieces of paper have the glue on it. So we'll try this. We'll see how this works out. I might have to get some more paper. So I'm going to, however you want to do this, I'm just going to line mine up on the edge here. Use the table to make sure they're both even. Push them down really well. And that seemed to work pretty good. It stayed pretty even. It does say this glue takes 24 hours for a good cure, which is okay with me because she's not going to get it. I'm not going to send it out tomorrow. That's what the box said. I do remember reading the box. So that worked pretty good. All right. Okay. We're good. Okay. So we're going to do that again. And just keep doing the same thing. Go around the edge of this. I'm going to make sure this has some too, right in the corners. Once again, use the table. Make sure it's all even. Use my bone folder to really make sure they're stuck to each other. You know what? I'm not too... Uh-oh. I got glue somewhere I shouldn't have. Not too bad. Not too bad with this stick glue. Definitely not disappointed. I'm definitely glad I'm not wasting a whole bunch of tape, and I'm also glad I'm not making a mess with regular glue. So. Alright, not too bad. Not too shabby. So this is how many pages you would get if you did 4 pieces, which is a pretty fair amount. Uh-oh. I have to add some more glue there. A pretty fair amount, you know. This is going to be a top, this is going to be the bottom, so everything inside. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're just going to go ahead and glue this one because I made it anyway. But just so you guys know about how many pages 4 makes. Once again, just making sure that glue really gets on the other side of the paper, really sticks to each other. And, you know, you just get glue everywhere because leave it to me. Yeah. This is an easy way to make it. It also, you know, gives your very good sturdy papers to put your pictures and stuff on. Awesome, awesome. I love it. I love it. Okay. We're going to put that over here for now to dry. Now what you want to do is grab whatever papers you want to cut down to put on the top. And in here, oh, I didn't grab my tap papers. That's all right. Because I never have anything ready. That's okay. Here's my papers. These are the ones I'm going to use. I really like these top ones. This one here, this sweater one, this snowflake one, this candy cane one. I love these other ones that I pulled out, but they're not as, they're like, see how this is like more of a tan color and this is more white. I was looking for like white and red. This one should definitely work though. It's definitely more red than it looks. But we'll cut them down. We'll see. I might use them all, might not. I like this red more than I like this red, if that makes sense. I like these 3 reds more than I like these 3 reds. But, like I said, we'll go with it. So I'm going to get my cutting tool again. And we're going to cut these by 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So knowing that, like your paper here is 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. So when you cut your paper, especially if you have words on it, you'll make sure you're cutting it 4 1/4 this way and 6 1/4 that way. So with that being said, I'm going to start with my 4 1/4. And then I'll cut my 6 1/4. And that way, when we glue it, it has a nice little rim around the whole thing. You don't have to make a rim if you don't want to, but you definitely can. So I'm going to do this again at 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Give or take a little. And I actually might use one of those for the top because I quite like that. Once again, never throw your stuff away. Your little scraps, you can use them all the time. 4 1/4. And if you wanted even a bigger thing, you go by 4 by 6 and you could get more out of your paper. Because these are probably, well, they're about 1/4 inch short of 6, but yeah, so if you put it here and it'd be about here, you could do that too. We'll cut one real quick. Maybe a piece of paper I don't care about. Well, this one's pretty. We'll use this one. We'll do this by, this is really, really thin paper. We'll go 4 by 6. Because then you can get about 4, 8, you get, what, 6 per page that way? And then that would be an even bigger, like rim, but you'd get more to your paper. But I'm okay doing it with the 6 1/4. I like how, I'll show you the difference. 4 1/4 by 6 1/4 leaves about that big of a rim, and then 4 by 6 leaves that big of a rim. You could also do 4 1/4 by 6, but then the rim's not as even around. But that doesn't look bad either. But 4 by 6, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So all depends on what you like. I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting all mine out, and I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, guys, I'm not done cutting yet, but I did want to say I did switch up my paper. All of this paper here was cardstock, so it's thicker paper. I did have some paper that I like better, but it's like paper, but that's okay. Since we doubled up the cardstock in there anyway, I think it'll be perfectly fine using the thinner stuff. And I just like this better than what I originally picked out, because these are like the more the colors and the scheme I was going for. So, oh, let's not cut that twice at the same size. Just keep that in mind, because these are thicker. This paper pad, this paper will work just fine. So also it'll be less bulky than using more cardstock, and it'll be even less bulkier now, since they're going to be putting pictures and stuff in it. That'll really help. So I'm just cutting down some more paper again. Just different stuff this time. That's okay. I'll use the other stuff. I can make cards and stuff out of it too, even though it's already cut. I can also make another one, just not with these colors in mind. You know, I could do, I can pair greens and stuff with those, and more of that same paper pad that it already came with, and blend together nicely. I just, you know, was going with the peppermint theme, is what I really wanted to do. Red and whites. As you can see, some of these I'm cutting twice because I want more of that in this book than the other stuff. I definitely, as you can see, want the peppermints in there more than I would want, you know, snowflakes or something. So if I can get 2 out of that, that's what I'm going to do. And I should probably count how much is in there, so I kind of know what I need to cut. I'll do that after this one. So we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, I already know I don't have enough. 8. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 11. So we have 8. Let's go back through these and see which ones we like better. I definitely like these snowflakes. I really like these words. It's got a whole bunch of Christmas sayings on it, or maybe it's a song. I don't know. Oh, it's a story. Sugar plums danced in their heads. It's a story. So it's 8, 9, 10. One more, I think it was. We'll go with this striped paper. It's hard to look at, but it reminds me of candy canes. So, one of my favorite candies that come out for the holiday is a soft mint candy. It's got a little tree in the middle of it. I heard it's a Dollar Tree this year, so I totally want to go look for that. I'm actually gonna go look for that today. So, what's your favorite candy, guys? That's a good question. I would love to know. Okay, I will be back. No, I'm not, because you know what? I really do like this for the front. So, I'm good. Make sure you cut a front out too. I was going to... That was loud. I was going to do something a little different, but I really like that Christmas one there, so... I'm going to move all of these scraps out of my way. And you can use these for die cuts. You can make bows out of these. You guys can do so much with all this. Cards. All right. Just to clean up my workspace just a little bit. And now, this is where the fun part begins. And for these, I think I am going to use tape, potentially, or I might use this glue again because that was pretty easy to work with. I'm going to try to sit down. My back is killing me. I usually stand up on most of my videos, but I have had the killer backache for 2 days now. So, yeah, there's that. All the Christmas things. It is red and stuff, so I think it's nice. Which one do we like better? This one over here says Christmas or season greetings. It has the joy too. This one says December 25th on it. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. That's cute. Which one, guys? Which one? You guys are yelling at me about this one, huh? I like this one too. This is the one I see because it says season greetings, oh joy, and have yourself a merry little Christmas right in the middle, which is perfect. Where this one over here, you just see oh joy, eat, drink, and be merry, and you still don't even see the whole thing. So I like this one. This is the one we're gonna go with. And being the front, I am definitely going to use glue just to make sure. I'm gonna slather it on. And if you wanted to, since I have this white cardstock that is just whatever now. Oops! Oh, I didn't get all the pieces, did I? We will put that underneath our work area. So if any glue happens to get off and, you know, decide to go random places, it will stay on this paper. Dude, that's some sticky glue. All right. We are going to try to center this. I definitely got a little chunk there. And then I'm going to push it down with my bone folder. Make sure it really gets on there. I put lots on. I didn't put any on the notebook itself, but oh yeah, that's pretty hard to get off. But I did. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, that looks good, guys. What do you guys think? Looks super, super, super cute. Super cute. Oh, kind of want to put a bow on it. How cute would that be? We'll see. These other ones I think would be perfectly fine with some tape. Honestly, this is thin paper. The tape's gonna stick to it really, really well. So now I lost my tape. Do you guys see the tape? The tape. Here it is. Found it. Right in front of me. Put the lid on that before we glue ourselves to the glue or papers together that don't need to be glued together. Now this is the fun part. This is where you get to figure out which ones you want to go where. And I do kind of want to mix and match it, but I do want the candy canes. Let's go candy canes and no, that's way too much. We want some more red. There we go. So we'll go with that one there. Super, super cute. And you know what? I might actually put the snowflakes here and then this one. Either way, it's super cute. I have tear tape too, guys. Do you guys see the tear tape? No, you guys don't see anything because I cleaned that area of the desk off. Oh, here it is. Over here. Found my candy. Oh, well, oh no. Stop being bad. Okay. Here we go. That looks better like that. So I have some tear tape. Got this at the Joann's Sparkling Company. I like it. I like to start at the bottom, closest to me. I can line it up perfectly. And I'm not too worried that I went off the edge because I can cut that off. Oh! A freaking ladybug just flew on my shoulder, guys. What? Is that time of the year? I just took my AC out of the window too, so that's probably where it came from. All right. I think one in the middle will probably be just fine. Then just take a scissors and cut off, make it straight. Right. Bring this closer. And with this one, this is how I like to do this. I actually fold mine up like that. And it doesn't work with the red one so much, but this paper one, it works. I fold it up and I grab it when I'm done. And this one right here, we'll fold up this way. And this middle one, I will take completely off because I'm not going to really be able to reach it. So you're going to want to line it up. And this right here gives you plenty of room to know exactly where you want it. And then just push that little corner down. Move it a little bit. And I didn't have that very even. And then push that corner down. And then it doesn't move. And then you can pull and pull this. And then it's stuck. That way you can move it around and you don't accidentally hit the wrong spot and then it's stuck there, because we know how double-sided tape can be. Just make sure you have it more even than I do. That's okay. So I'm going to do that to all these, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. All right. And I'm done, just like that. Boom. This is what we have. This one I apparently cut wrong, or I grabbed the wrong piece. Anyway, it's a little bit shorter. That's okay. There's lots of white on it anyway. It blends in really well, so. This is what we got. This is what I put on there. The double-sided tape works really, really well. You just want to make sure you really press it in there just to make sure. I didn't put it back on there yet because I think I'm going to stamp it with red and say to and from and some stuff like that on it. But this is what we have, and this is going to end the first video. I don't want these videos to be extremely long, and I also want you to be able to like maybe pick and choose if you just want to see how to make this, if you want to just see how to make the next thing, you know, so on and so forth. So thank you guys for stopping at Mandy's Place. I hope you enjoy. And until next time, bye!